What is your money actually worth? And no, that's not a trick question, but I will wager that although you probably don't realise it, your money is actually worth a lot more than you may think. The way I see it, there are three ways to look at your money. The first way is the most obvious, most popular, and unfortunately probably most dangerous for anyone who actually wants to achieve financial freedom. And that is seeing your money for its immediate value. That means that if you have $1,000 in your bank account, you might go, "Great, $1,000, I can buy the new iPhone with that." But while the new iPhone may only cost $1,000, only, the opportunity cost of spending $1,000 is so much more. So what do I mean by this? Well, if instead of buying the new iPhone you had invested your money into a total world index fund or the S&P 500, then over time your money would become substantially larger. And this is where the other two ways of seeing your money become very important. So the second way to see your money is for its future value, say for example 30 years time. Now that may sound like a lot at first, but the rewards for having this patience are really good. You see, as I mentioned before, if you'd just invested your money in, say for example, the S&P 500 instead of buying that iPhone for $1,000, and you'd received an annualized return of around 8%, then over 30 years, your money would be worth 10 times the value it was in the beginning. And you don't have to do this for 30 years. You could do it for 20 years or 40 years. The point is, the important thing to remember is that you shouldn't see your money for its immediate value, but rather for its future value. So don't look at that $1,000 as just $1,000. See it as $10,000 in 30 years' time. Which would you prefer? Right, so the last way to look at money is probably my favourite, and that is as an income stream. So let's take that same $1,000 and, as with the previous example, invest it into the S&P 500. Let us also assume that we receive an 8% return on average per year. That's $80 a year for the rest of your life. So basically, you invest it and never touch the original amount again, but you get to withdraw $80 a year. Every year. Forever. Now, I know $80 a year is not a lot of money, but it's the mentality behind it, the way of looking at money, that is very important. If every time you are about to make an unnecessary purchase, you remember this, you remember the proper way to look at your money, and instead you then invest that money, well then over time, over years, you will build up a larger and larger tap of never-ending income for life, which can eventually cover all of your expenses. Personally, I like to see my money as a combination of the second two ways of looking at it. Right now, I don't have a lot of expenses, and so I don't need a consistent income. So currently, I view my money the second way, what it will be worth in 20 years' time. So instead of withdrawing interest, I just let it grow for now. Then, one day, when I think it's grown enough, I will then start to withdraw the interest. Not the capital amount, but the interest, in order to cover my expenses and hopefully give me financial freedom. If you understand this, but more importantly, if you begin to implement this, if you start to see money the right way, not only will you never see it the same again, but you'll be 2 steps ahead of the rest of the population and 2 steps closer to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more content about making money, saving, investing and building wealth, then please do subscribe. I upload videos every Monday and Friday, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.